Hello, and welcome back to the second episode of Mercury Minute. I'm Dia, your host for this week. Let's see what the team has been up to this past week in build season. Hello, Zadwick. What has the strategy committee been up to this past week?
So we've been continuing grading rules quizzes, and we've been drafting wireframes for scouting sheets, and actually started designing them in InDesign.
Cool. Next committee. Hello, Krish. What has the design committee been up to this past week?
So we sent a drawing of a claw mechanism to the build committee. We've also been brainstorming ideas of a possible pivot mechanism with the programming committee, and we started CAD on the pivot and arm mechanism.
Sounds pretty awesome. Let's see what the next committee is up to. Hello, Sanjana. What is Spirit up to this week?
We have finalized 2 button designs, which we're going to print soon, and we are working on imagery, crafts, and slowly working on the display case.
Sounds amazing. Next committee. Hey, Alicia. What has the build committee been up to this past week?
So this week we've been working on our field elements, specifically our cube nodes, cone nodes, and our charging station. And we got the wood for the charging station, but we haven't worked on it yet because our main priority right now is the swerve drive. And these are the rest of the build committee working on the swerve drive. We have 2 of the 4 done, and here's one of the completed versions of it. Phew.
Great job. Let's go on to our last committee. Hello, Kelly. What has the marketing committee been up to this past week?
Hey Dia, this past week we've worked on the executive summary, the Woody Flowers Award, and we met with Assistant Principal Ms. Santucci to discuss STEM kids.
That's awesome. Let's go on to the next committee. Hi, Harshal. What has the programming committee been up to this past week?
So in the beginning of the week, we started coding the swerve drive modules, and then we also started this new thing in Mercury by adding these LED lights to communicate with the human player. For example, this makes the human player get a cube, and correspondingly, this makes the human player get a cone. We've also been prepping up the electronics board for the swerve drive modules as they're working on right now. Next week, we're going to start testing out the swerve modules.
Yeah, I think we saved the best for last. That was all our committees. And that's it for this week's Mercury Minute. It looks like all our committees are in good shape for the rest of build season. We hope to see you here next week during our next Mercury Minute. Bye!
No, genuinely, what country is this?
I don't know.
We're prototyping.
As you can see.